back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel, you are highly and very welcome. If you have not subscribed, please, I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button. Okay guys, and then hit on the bell also to get an update whenever I upload a new video. If you want to register for our online classes, you can just see my number scrolling through the screen. Send me a message on WhatsApp and I will give you the details of the classes we have presently available. Okay guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to cut this trendy off shoulder sleeve. So you can see it looks like a balloon sleeve, but it's a kind of trickish. You can actually do this sleeve in two ways. You can decide to cut the slight flare part and attach it before attaching the elastic, or you can decide not to attach it. This one on the picture, on the thumbnail picture, was not cut, it was not separated. It is the same straight sleeve. Okay, so now we're going to start. So I have a fabric here, so we're just going to use this fabric. So since it is an off shoulder sleeve, I'm going to take out 5 inches from the top part. So this is going to be like the starting point of my sleeve. The next thing depends on how wide and how full you want it to be. So we're going to be making use of this width of 15, which is okay. And then the next thing we're going to measure now is the length. So for the length, I'm going to make use of about 23 inches. Why 23 inches? Because of that part that is protruding out on the down. So the next thing now, we're going to measure the part where we want that flare to start from. So in measuring that, so I'm just going to use the mid part of my sleeve. So I'm going to use about 14, I'll measure about 14 inches. So this is where my elastic is going to be. So the next thing now, we'll come to this point like this, and then we'll measure our armhole. We'll measure our armhole. So you know that since the armhole, we're taking out 5 inches already because it is an off shoulder sleeve. So I'm going to mark 10 inches. Why I'm using 10 inches, it is because it is a balloon sleeve, so it is not a fitted sleeve. So 10 inches will work perfectly well. You can use 9, which is 18 for the round armhole. So I'll mark it like this. So this will be my round armhole. So from this point now, what I'm going to do from this point, I'm going to just mark it straight like this. And then when I get to this down part, I'm going to curve it because I don't want this part to be as long as this. So here's just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this. You see the shape of my sleeve. Now you notice that this side is high, and then this side is down, and then this side is high. So for this side, you can decide, depends on how much you want it to be. You understand? So it depends on how much you want it to be. So here I did 4 inches from the original straight. You can decide to make it 5 inches and then just curve it out. So let's cut now and see. So if you notice, you can see how this shape looks like. So by the time we use our elastic on this part is going to look like this, and then this side, because the whole of this part we're going to ruch it with an elastic, and then you're going to have this. So it depends on how much deep you want this to be. So I'll cut this part out now, which is for the round armhole, and then I'll open the top of my sleeve. So this is how simple this sleeve is. So the next thing we're going to do now, I'm going to mark where I am adding my elastic. I'm just going to mark it to the end. So the elastic is not going to get to this point. We're going to stop it around here. So you can just actually eyeball that. So the next thing now, I will go and sew. So you can decide to do this in 2 ways. You can sew and turn. You understand? So I'll go and sew this and turn it before I add the elastic to it. Okay guys, so before I go to stitch, so I'm going to mark the space for my elastic casing. That's for this one. So I'm just going to create like a space here that I'm going to pass the elastic through. So just two tiny space, depends on the length of the elastic that you're using. And then on this top part also, I'm going to, when I'm folding, I'm going to fold it like this to create another case here for my elastic. So all of this measurement, please include them in your measurement when measuring. So what I will do now, take it back to my machine now. I'm going to sew like this. The down, I'll sew it and then turn it and then sew the side. So but this armhole area I'm not going to sew, and then this part I will just secure it down, and then I'll turn it from the armhole side and then iron it nicely, and then come back and show you how to pass the elastic through it. Okay guys, so you can see I finished doing all of my stitching. So you can see the case that I created, just stitch 2 lines like I explained, and then stitch this one here for the top part. So the next thing is just for me to take my elastic case, and then I'm going to pass it first on this top part. So this top part I'm going to reach it, as I'll drag the elastic for it to reach my armhole. That's my shoulder measurement. That's my round sleeve. I'm sorry to say, that's what I meant to say. So you can see, so my round sleeve is about 12. So you see this side is going to be the part that is going to be on the top. So I'm going to just cut it now, and then I will tie it. I want to make sure I tie it before I take it out so I don't lose it. So I'll cut this out. So I have the top part of my sleeve now. So the next thing now is this down part, that's the center. I'm going to pass the elastic through it also before I'll go and cover the sides of my sleeve. Just pass it through the case like this. So for this part, here's what you are going to do. So most of the pleats, that's, you're going to concentrate a lot of the pleats on the center. That's on this center. Why this side? You can see the way this side is looking straight. So that is why it is looking like there is no elastic there. So just make sure you concentrate the pleats here on the center, and then we have this. So the next thing now is to take it back to the machine and then stitch. So you can see that it looks already like what we have on the picture. So it depends on how long you want this part to be. You can actually do that. You can use it. You can do it however you want it. You can decide to come down a little bit more on this side and make the side smaller. And then you take it back to the machine, and then I'll stitch here. And then this is where my sleeve is going to fit in. And then this is the round sleeve part. So I'll go and do that now, and then I'll bring it and show you to see what we have. Okay guys, so at the end of the day, you can see how the sleeve looks like. So you can see the sides that I was talking about. So you just make the side a little bit shallow than the main center part. So it depends on how you want it. Depends on how you want it. You can decide to come down more on the center part. You can decide to come up. So it depends on what you want. So thank you so much. At the end of the day, you can see that it came out fine. Thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button.